Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, where we are playing as our paranoid sorcerer Coswin. We finally cleared the stolen lands of the Stag Lord's influence and have returned back to Rostov, where we are being welcomed back for our feast to celebrate our ascension to the status of a baron. So yeah, let's mingle. Aram's kind of his own little group. Okay, we're gonna talk to this guy. Tavia and that guy are all together. There's Lindsay. There's Genethal. There's the guard. There's Amiri, who's eating most likely. Tristane. A couple of guests. There's Valerie. Okay, let's talk to Lander. I'm not sure who he is. Yeah, he. A handsome, well-dressed young man of about 17 years old looks at you with a polite smile. So, you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang, soon to be a baron? Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander? No last name? No title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely why I wanted to speak with you about. What I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I'm assuming that's how he talks. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. Okay, maybe not necessarily as snooty. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, but both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. I'll consider your proposal. Yes, do so, and carefully. Alright, Amiri, how are you getting on? Their wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizers, barely a mouthful. Okay. Tristane, hey, you're awake and walking. These people are not just celebrating. It seems your feat has given them some new hope. Okay. Valerie, how are you doing? I think you probably hate it here. Truth be told, I'm not really comfortable here. I lost my taste for high society. Yeah, I didn't think so. How are you two doing? Try the eclairs. They're delicious. Haha, to victory, to freedom. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Yes. Okay. Who are you? A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in their festive clothes, he wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Estriel, made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce yourself. I am, how would that be, Isvan Kai Keeg? Isvan Kai Keeg, High Priest of Estriel in Rostov. Diplomacy 18, I get a +10. Bringing law into the Stone Lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. Hey, this is truly a noble undertaking. I believe any community will be able to provide you with a reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital, free of charge. How many people in Rostov venerate Estriel? They revel many gods in Rostov. They pray to Abadar, patron of the cities, and that'd be Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some more rare cults, but there's no denying that the Stag God has the largest congregation here, and no wonder. People here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. You're dressed surprisingly simple for such a festive occasion. The corners of the priest's mouth turn up in a faint smile. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the people. The priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. Hey, I like you. It's been an honor to meet you. Goodbye. All right.
Let us bide our time.
So we got a free...
The path is clear.
A free, shrine. Natala Sartova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You are not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Aldore, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength, currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure the strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent Rostov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on that, even that, really. Alright, pleasure meeting with you. Before you leave, please allow me to introduce someone to you. Okay, I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy, Kestrel. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet, Chandra Meravev, an experienced diplomat who is more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natala, gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Don't make any hasty decisions. I mingled with the guests. How's Lindsay doing? Just pour up some brums so that... Oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Well, Tertuccio. Okay, they're drunk. What's this guy? Miguel Varan. This man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face, and his dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail, with few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Miguel Varan, the new ruler of Dustward, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everybody could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, me and my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Aldore needed somebody reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varling's host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time, the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of its most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And with that, a barony and land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel about being a noble? Looking at his rich clothes, Varan smirks. Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods towards an arrogant man, the other corner of the room. See that lad? Baron Delev. He's not like us. Who knows what generation of baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. You and me? We're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. All right, Varn. goodbye. Once you're settled in, come pay us a visit. It'd be nice. So we've got an ally. How's Genethal doing? They call this a feast? I'd show them some real festivities if they'd let me. Okay. I don't think you're allowed to. Just don't talk with anybody. Let's go ahead. We've mingled with the nobles, and I don't think there's anybody else to talk to. Oh no, there's Delev. Let's talk to him, this older noble. This man's generous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Harris Delev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. Okay. Alright, buddy. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. Suppose we're neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray, tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? Smirk appears in the Baron's face. I didn't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have given me all of the stolen lands, given all the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Varn. So you have no army and no special merits. You were just given land for being pretty. Yeah, that's definitely Coswin. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Adori's celebration, If you want so badly to merit measures, we can do so another time. Not very polite for a nobleman. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to do that. We're just going to... Alright. I should go. Not even denying a reply. He turns away. Okay. Yeah.
I shall not fail.
At least none of my party are talking to him. You're all forbidden to talking to that guy. Alright. Alright, an older man with full sideburns looked at you with interest through a golden eyeglass. Well now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities. The protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pataxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Eldore have always been adept at finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I am Yosef... Oh, fuck. Selandamus? Lord Mayor of Rostov. I rule this town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So you rule Rostov. What about the Eldore? Brevois politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here, in this part of Rostland, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It is especially important now, after the certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Eldore Sword Lords used to rule Rostland. They're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region, but it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merit. What kind of events were you talking about? How are things in Rostov? I don't want to boast, but things seem to be going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, the citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogovna, more and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about the most shocking things. Those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. It's been nice meeting you. Please, wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I can organize and supply everything you need for the construction, and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services through Rostov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? Do we accept that? Basically, we take a jump start, and until we pay it off, we have to contract through Rostov. We need something, because it's pretty wild out there, so we're going to accept that offer. Then it's a deal. I'll get everything in order right away and schedule delivery immediately. Alright. Thank you. The feeling is mutual, I assure you. I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling successes soon. Alright. Today's a historic day for Rostov, and maybe for all of Brevoy. Alright, Jumanji.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Yes, before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be bringing with me.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Okay, we could take Lander, Marivoy. We'll take Aldore.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care.
I think we'll take Aldore with us. I like them. And they did give me my barony. I mean, even if I'm the one who conquered it, they gave me the legitimacy. And I know who my friends are. I'm ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward.
Right.
On behalf of the people of the free city
The
of
fucking
Rostov,
dog just going everywhere.
I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Baron Coswin, the first! Alright. We are Coswin, the first.
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Alright. Thank you. Yes, yes, I'm a big deal. Creston. Oh, Creston. Welcome, Your Grace. Would probably just be my lord. I prefer that. He salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious, and it seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jumanji transferred me here. I am at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Rostov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldore, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. The main question, where can I get a drink or 3? It's time to toast my victory. Where are my companions? Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance, Jayad, is here. Astriel's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit. Blind elf. Desna? Yeah, I'm guessing Desna. Only knows how he managed to get here. He seems peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd, so I let him stay for a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about it, I guess. Scratches his head. What's the mood of the people here? Must admit, I've never seen anything like it in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sensed the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out a place among all the rejoicing, but today is just one of those days. Alright, where are my companions? They're all somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan's with Jihad. Jehud, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Okay, main question. Where can I find a drink or three? Creston hesitates a brief moment, then laughs. I'll make sure to show you the moment we enter the city. The tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work, and I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during your reception. I drank a little too much. It is a day for celebration. All right, I'm ready to look around the city. Lead the way. Follow me, your grace. Your lord. Or my lord. Oh, yes, yes. Greetings, your grace. We are, well, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our house. Oh, that's fine. Why are they speaking to me? It's wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors. Heads through... What? Oh, your heads, though. Ouch! I guess somebody hit him. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, your grace. Yes, yes, thank you, yes. Do you recognize this place, your grace? This is where the Staglord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him in the end, eh? Didn't really maintain it well. Wow, this is a shitty market. Gotta fix this. Workers did a fine job turning the bandit den into the heart of the town. Yep, looks exactly like that. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we've already got our first vendor. Yeah. Actually, you got two vendors. One looks like an open-air blacksmith that wouldn't necessarily work because he has no forge. And then a vendor. Greetings, your grace. If you turn right from the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. All right. What's the tavern called? So they always have nice names in D&D and Pathfinder. I guess we'll find out later. The tavern's ale is blessed by Crichton Selena himself, I swear, and the lady knows who owns it as a gem. I've heard your baron is tall as a troll and has hair of pure gold and can breathe. No, that's all nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire, trust me. And we're right here. Welcome, your grace. Glad to serve you. All right. Your grace, those are our guards. They keep the order in the city or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Okay, missed that. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. Well, I can already see some things out there. A couple of farms here and there. It's very wet and windy. The building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. The Bandit Lord's old residence. Or the Stag Lord's old residence.
I feel tired.
Welcome to your barony. You're about to make the unyielding stolen lands a prosperous kingdom. There is a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and build new settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handily rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliances with other states, wealth from their treasury, and many other things. Good luck in your ruling, Baron. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is your throne room. This is the throne room, where you'll hold court, receive visitors. Let Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark out all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Kristen tucks his thumbs under his belt and stands quietly. Alright, Eldore. Greetings, your grace. Cressel, Lady Eldore's ward, gives a polite bow. It was a pleasure to meet you at the Rostov reception. On behalf of your allies and benefactors, the Eldore Swordlords, I'd like to offer some advice. Barony effects. Community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, and arcane +3, stability +3. New event. Trade agreement with Sertova, mysterious cult. Agreement with Yosef Vaka's offer. Pillage the Temple of the Elk, rebuild the Temple of the Elk, research into the nature of curses. Devak Nettle. Okay. Difficulty level of your barony. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If set to automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. It will be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Okay. You can solve most of your barony's problem by granting appointments to the right people, responsible people. But certain state business will demand your personal attention, as will the visits of especially important guests. Reports of such outstanding events will be marked on your map. You can always check it while considering your plans. Okay. According to the ancient traditions of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers address affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice to you is to maintain this tradition and regularly visit your capital when needed. The first thing you should do as a ruler is assign loyal people to all important positions in your barony. Your clerics, Jihad and Tristan, were the first to seek an audience. I won't distract you further. I'll leave you to consider. Once again, my congratulations. May your rule be long and prosperous. Okay. Jihad Caravan, Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baron. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. He stumbles slightly. Though, to be honest, this isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with essence? I'm not sure. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. Jod exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse on its own accord. There's a place near the capital rumored by locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same presence of pestilence. I think that's what it is. At the Temple of the Elk. What new place? Where is it? There is a bland hilltop not far from here to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe the rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there back in ancient times. There is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but still not healed. Okay. This wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Estrel. Go there as soon as I am able. I'd be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the bald hilltop and resolve the issue. Okay. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. Let's see. The Baron has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. They are as follows. Population, which has a regent. Loyalty, which is a chancellor. Military, as a general. Economy, treasurer. Divine, has a high priest. Relations, has a grand diplomat. Stability has a warden. Magic has a magister. Culture has a curator. And espionage has a minister. Stats increase in your governance if your governance is successful, and decrease if events don't end well or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let your barony stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has certain milestones or ranks within each. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. 1 rank unlocks a corresponding advisor position for that stat. Rank 1, okay. Further development of that stat and upgrades to its ranks will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position, okay? Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the Stolen Lands citizens into these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance policies consist of your own. Open the Advisor tab on the right of the screen, click the empty slot, and select a character to appoint the advisor. Okay. More about advisors. Every barony stat gains a bonus from specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right-hand corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. Okay. And now, the name of your barony cannot be changed later in the game. So now I need to think on what we're going to call it. I have a go-to for names of nations. What are we going to call it? That's the thing. Now I'm thinking. We're in the Shrike Hills. Capital city's on the Tuskwater. So I'm trying to think. I'm using my world building brain to kind of figure out what somebody would kind of name it. Could call it Tusk Bay. That'd be like the city. But that's where it grew from, so it kind of works like that. I think we're going to go with that. We're going to call it Tusk Bay. It also kind of works because we did go ahead and deal with click on your capital icon to open the settlement map. Okay. Because we also did, we have the Stag Lord, and he had like kind of like tusks and big teeth on his helmet and stuff. It works. And we also killed Tusk Gutter as a thing. Tusk works with what we've got. Alright. Tuskdale. I actually like that. Tuskdale. That works. Alright. Click the capital icon to open the settlement map, so we did that. So we were like, Tusk Bay, Chaotic Good. We got 1 village. We got a mysterious cult. This is for an event. Advisors. Region. The region inserts subjects' complaints are... Okay, we got that. Complaints and concerns are heard by their ruler and serves as a link between the Baron and the people. Choose an advisor to fill the spot. The advisor will act accordingly. It's hot-headed and direct. The general is the highest-ranking officer in your army of the barony and responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Choose an advisor to fill this position. The advisors will act accordingly to their position in government, beliefs, and their alignment. We're putting him as a general because I don't really... He's direct and hot-headed, which militarily I'm okay with. I'm going direct military. Treasurer... High Priest. Jah does his best to solve problems without disrupting local traditions. I'm thinking Aram will go so. He's true neutral, I think. Or he's chaotic neutral. We'll go ahead with that. Regent-wise... A common poke helps settle land disputes. Yeah. Okay. Land disputes and... Okay, so... I think we'll hold off on him for a bit. We control the Shrike region. I think we're going to rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Restore the Temple of the Elk to its former glory, making it the center of Estriel's worship in all of the surrounding areas. Unlocks a special region upgrade. Prevents pillaging the temple. Plunder the Temple of the Elk and rob it of all remaining treasures. We get a plus 150 BP. Prevents future restoration. I'm thinking it'll cost us something, but the long-term salute, it'll be long-term. Aram, you will take up on this. Go ahead and do it. So we got that going. High Priest of Estriel from Rostov has a strong interest in spreading the stag god's faith across the region. He is eager to build a shrine dedicated to Estriel in your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally and a place of worship in Estriel. For Estriel. Choose an advisor to handle this. Advisors will act accordingly to the position. Choose wisely. He can't do that, so we'll hold off for now on that offer. Can't rank up. Those are the projects available. We got an event. Mysterious cult promoting idleness and debauchery has emerged in the region. This deprivation must be stopped. Alright, we can't do that. Alright. So we can enter here? Constructing buildings. You may construct buildings to increase your barony's stats. Each building has a cost of BP, build points, and construction time. You may construct several buildings simultaneously. To start construction, select a building you need from the list on the right side of the screen and place it in an empty slot of the settlement. Buildings may provide special bonuses if you meet certain conditions. Most commonly, 2 buildings must stand close to each other to grant a bonus. Make sure you use this feature to fill your benefits when planning a settlement. Some buildings can be placed only in designated spots or areas. As examples, a pier must be built on the water, and a mill must be built with no other buildings around it. Okay. Demolish a building to get rid of it and recover half of the resources you spent on construction. If you want to move a building, you'll have to demolish the old building, gaining half the resources you spent, and construct them in the new desired slot for half the price. You won't have to spend any extra BP, but you'll have to wait for construction to finish in the new location. Okay. Alright, so this is our... This is Tuskdale. Okay. So you can build some piers here. Spacious building for holding meetings and discussions. A workshop and home for gardener, healer, poisoner, and creator of potions. Potions? Creating potions! Potions. +1 to arcane when adjacent to a shrine. I don't think we have anything, so we could go ahead and build a shop. And the shop gets a +1 economy when it's next to a tavern. So a shop and tavern right next to each other. I'm good with that. We got 285 BP that we've spent. Things are being built. Okay. Interesting. Well. Alright, and that's the outskirts. That's the North Gnarl Marshes, Southern Gnarl Marshes, the Human Lands, Silver Steppe, Varnhold, Duskwald, and I can't read that one. Tax. Lensborn, Dire Gnarl Marshes. Okay, I would like to secure the Gnarl Marshes at some point in the future. Okay, let's just skip the day. Shrike Hills. Shrike Hills is named for the Shrike River winding along them, which in turn got its name from the numerous flocks of birds that nestle along its length. Deep and affluent, it would have made a great trading route if not for its numerous and deadly rapids. The hills are equally deceptive, green and lush. They shelter countless monsters. You have already founded the only available settlement in the region, Tuskdale. Okay. Got no treasurer. Christian cares for the people over all other concerns. Those are the troubles of the common folk. I'll allow you to go into that. And then region. Claiming new regions. You may claim new regions to expand your territory. Open the regions tab on the right of the screen and select the relevant project on the bottom of the screen. Claiming a region will allow you to significantly increase your barony stats and found settlements in new lands. Here's what you must do to claim a new region. Meet special regional conditions, that is, complete a quest or reach a certain rank in one of their stats. Collect a sufficient amount of build points to claim for the claim. Find an unoccupied advisor who can take charge of the claim. As soon as you start the Kingdom project to claim the region, time will automatically speed up for the next 14 days, the time it takes for you and your advisors to claim the region. After the new territory has been claimed and annexed into your dominion, the boundaries of the state will change and you'll receive all bonuses granted. Okay. Cool. I'm going to say always strives to solve problems peacefully. Valerie strives to follow the letter of the law. Octavia, go into there. Alright. That's about all we can really do. And then regions. We can claim the outskirts. And do that. Declare the outskirts as a part of your kingdom. Octavia always strives to solve problems peacefully. You've got the points for it. Start the claim. Coswin is occupied with Project Claim Outskirts. Declare the outskirts part of your kingdom. Your barony is expanded, now includes the outskirts. Okay. Start development. Meeting with advisor. One of your barony stats has reached 20 points. It's time to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisor and discuss the future of the state. To do so, return to your capital and click the bottom of the appropriate event card in the throne room. Whatever choices you make, remember, your advisor may disapprove. If the current advisor decides that you argue too much, they will quit forever. Okay. Start development, increase rank. After the talk with your advisor and make a decision, a new kingdom project will become available that will increase your stat rank. You can find it at the bottom center of the screen in the Projects tab. It will take you and your advisor 14 days to complete the project. Time will automatically speed up until the project is completed. Okay. Events. Let's see. Chancellor waits in the throne room. Advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter concerns you Barony's future. To the throne room. Tristan lowers his head. Greetings, Baron. I'm sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baron, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only for those with wealth and status? Let us reassure your people, show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount of on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. We will hold a fair for the common people. I want them to know that I hold them close to my heart. I don't care to arrange anything. We can do without festivities and feasts. We'll hold a central fair. We'll make it Coswin Day. Hold it every year. He smiles warmly. We'll hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and the downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to his people. So we got a +2 to community and culture. New events support the Counselor's endeavors. Alright. Aram looks embarrassed. He runs his fingers through his beard and clears his throat a few times, then speaks at last. I heard, not that it is important, but, well... Clears his throat again. I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the 5 Kings Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them, or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still here, and possibly not only the road. Aram holds his beard in his fist. Well, Coswin, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Why do you ask this? Aram fiddles with his beard again. I shouldn't, probably, but it's like a wound that's never healed. You know it only hurt more, but you still need to scratch it. Of course it's foolish and vain, but I still wish to look on them. Of course, if I find any ruins, I'll take you to them. Thank you, Coswin. I will, thank you. Jihad, Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently, and I noticed old Buckens just standing there, bored to death, with nothing to do. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old gambler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. And then it struck me. Why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decorations and treasures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. That might not be bad. Came up with a brilliant idea. Why not hire Bonkin as the court alchemist? His potions. Okay, talk to Bonkin.
Let us be careful.
Let's leave here. We've been here for a while. we can go out into our city.
Hello, my savior.
Oh.
You asked if we'd meet again. And here I am.
Oh. Hello.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power? I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
Alright. I was happy to help. I'll see you soon.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter's snow.
You're right. So,
The path is clear.
got some rewards that we can claim. Let's, So there's all of our adventuring companions. Let's head out. Stretch our legs. Everybody's got to level up. So, hold on. First things first. Everybody just level up. Okay. God, you need to level up a lot. And is that it? Everybody leveled up? And then we got me. We're going to be a 5th level sorcerer. We gain, what? Invisibility at 3rd level. Every 2 levels thereafter, a sorcerer learns an additional spell derived from her... Okay, from their bloodline. So we gain invisibility because of our arcaneness. Awesome. And we didn't get any ability increases, but we got a lot of skill point increases. Let's go ahead and up our nature a bit. Use magic device a little bit more so we don't keep losing that. Some arcana. And let's up our... I don't know. Let's put some into religion. Okay, we gain another feat. Again, a +4 bonus made to cast a concentration checks made to cast a spell. Let's see, anything else? Improved initiative. Improved initiative, because we keep going. We need to get, like, the drop on people. Then we got spells. So let's see. Is there any that nobody else has? Looks like everybody else has these spells. So let's... we get some level 1 spells. We get 1 level 1 spell. Let's take a... I don't know. We've already got that. I guess let's just take Ray of Enfeeblement, maybe? Take that, and then level 2. Okay, level 2. False life. Let's look for an invocation. Molten Orb. Create a fist-sized red-hot ball of molten metal that you immediately hurl as a splash weapon. Direct hit deals 2d6 points of fire damage. Every creature within 5 feet of where the ball hits takes 1d6 point. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pick up Acid Arrow, direct fire weapon for level 2. Let's get another one of those. Next. Okay, looks good. Complete. Alright, everybody. Well, we are now the Baron of our own lands. And we're about ready to kind of head out, talk to some people, manage things, and continue the story. But looking at the time, we're at the end of this episode. So, thank you for joining me for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a comment down below with that like button. If you want to support the channel, click the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below, where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.